Alright, good morning, y'all. It's Smitty. I'm here to help you get laid. I'm here to help you find your coon cave cuddle partner on Reddit.com. Let's go. And if you haven't already watched my page, as you know, I have a lot of sex, both in relationships, out of relationships. Basically, I've been having sex for a very long time in my life, and as an attractive woman, I know it's pretty easy to. As a dude, not so much. Pretty much every dude I've met has always told me how fucking difficult it is to get laid, and I feel bad for y'all. I feel like most of the world's problems would help if everyone had like a casual sex partner or a relationship or just like basic intimacy. It's on the fucking Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Sex is on there, love is on there, so I want to help y'all out. Plus, honestly, I've met people on every single fucking website imaginable. I've had dudes be like, what the fuck? How did you make a best friend and meet up with her when all you've done is talk to her on someone else's Instagram live in the comment section? And I had to tell him, I mean, I met you on Reddit. So I mean, can you really judge for how I meet people? It's more like be happy that I met someone. They were like, oh, but that's different. Is it really though? Because every time I tell someone I met someone on Reddit, they're like, what the fuck? How do you do that? I'm going to show you. So past the minute mark of bullshit, let's get into it. This is how you get laid off of Reddit. First off, I'm going to show you some websites I've written down. I hope you can see them. I'm sorry if the camera's reversed, but it's basically R random acts of muff dive, R dirty R for R random acts of blowjob, and R BDSM personals. These I'd say are the best websites where you can personally make a post and find someone online to hook up with, and even better if you find one specifically for your city. That's not hard. You just type in the words on Google Reddit, then put your city, and then put personals or R for R or hookups, and it'll probably pop up one option. I would list mine, but I don't want to dox myself, so let's go. Now, getting an account on Reddit is the easiest thing. Easiest thing in the world. All you gotta do is make a Reddit account. You could use an email. Well, yeah, just get a fucking email. Think of a username. It doesn't have to be anything fucking amazing. It could be a funny joke or a witty remark. It could be a reference to a TV show. Honestly, as long as you include those, it'll probably have the odds work more in your favor because you'll catch the eye of people who are like, hey, I know that reference. I'll suck your dick because of that. Alright, moving on. Now that we've gone through the basics of make a Reddit account, obviously, let's get to the rest. Okay, first up, name. This is basically just all the shit you have to message a person to guarantee that they'll actually respond to you. Because oh my god, as a woman, or at least someone who looks like a woman being on Reddit, I'll just say on any R for R meetup service I've met, the gender ratio is way off. And of course there is a big difference. There's not gonna be as many women on fucking Reddit.com as there are weird men. And the thing is, even the ladies who do exist, whenever the dudes are in the comment sections of posts being like, oh my god, why am I even on this fucking forum? All the women here are catfishes or probably fake bot accounts anyway. And then me and the many other women of the chat actually came out of the woodwork to comment, no, we are actual real women. The only reason we haven't responded to you is because we literally get 200 messages in a single 72 fucking hour period. And aside from that, then it's just wafting through tons and tons of bullshits of hey, baby girl, want to meet, baby, let's fuck, and on and on and on. Just basically any stereotypical creepy comment you can get, we get, and then we have to go through the process of deleting tons and tons of messages just to find a single 7 dudes out of the 200 who actually have some fucking common sense. I'm going to teach you how to have some fucking common sense and how to message lady so that the odds work more in your favor. Especially because, fuck, some of y'all would get laid if you weren't, but let's go. Okay, first up, tell them your name. That's obvious. You start off a message with anybody, or you introduce yourself to anybody the same way. People make their first fucking mistake whenever they've messaged me by trying to be like, hi baby, let's fuck. And it's like, cool, I have no idea what you look like, your age, your location, sex, gender, your kinks, your interests. You just expect me to say yes and then what, meet some stranger under a bridge and just hope I don't get murdered or molested? Sorry, I'm not 17 and looking to die anymore. So no, start off with your name. Say, oh, hi, my name is Alex, nice to meet you. Moving on, say your age. So that then we can actually, well, yeah, it's fucking obvious. We want to think of it like this. Any woman you meet on that website and try to introduce yourself to, if you don't introduce the bare minimum basics about yourself, you're gonna get totally ignored, cursed out, insulted, and blocked. Just expect that. So say your name, say your age, say your gender, and also say your location. Very simple. Because which do you think is gonna get much more of a fucking response? Hey baby, let's fuck, come in your vagine. Or hi, my name is Michael, I am 21, I am a male, and I live in fucking Massachusetts or whatever. That's going to make me go, oh, okay, hi, Michael from Massachusetts. You seem human and respectable, and I'm gonna fuck Michael from Massachusetts. Also, this is optional. You don't have to send a photo. Some people like anonymous sex. Some people want to see a photo, but I will say posting a photo works in your favor. So Michael from Massachusetts, if he was like, hey, here's a link on Imgur or Imgur, however you fucking pronounce that photo sharing website, or just like you send your Instagram and like, here's my Instagram if you want to like know more about me and my interests, then we can see your face and be like, cool, Michael from Massachusetts is really fucking fuckable. Cool. Moving on. You gotta list some of your interests. Like, for example, that's just gonna raise the odds in your favor. Like I said, like, whenever I've met a dude and they've been like, oh yeah, I like Junji Ito, or I like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it's like, that's the one. That's the one. Come here. The throat's open. So list some things you like. Say, oh, I like hula hooping by the lake. I'm obsessed with cleaning products and huffing them. Say, I don't know, just list some shit. You could be like, I am into, like, don't say you're into League of Legends. I'm sorry. You can try if you think it'll work. Dungeons and Dragons, if you play that, you can say it. Don't say League of Legends. But in a nutshell, just be like, I like video games, and like list a few video games you play. I mean, you could list all of them. Fuck it. If you think saying, oh, I like Minecraft, Devil May Cry, blah, 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 will get you laid. And it probably will, because girls like that shit. We just don't like League of Legends. Then go on ahead. If you like knitting, or if you like, I don't know, just list some shit. Like, if anything, even the more vulnerable you get, the better. And I know that's hypocritical because I just said if you like League of Legends, don't tell them that. But that's just because it got a bad rep. But be as honest as you want. It'll actually probably work in your favor and make you seem a lot more trustable. Like this one dude, I was like, you know, he already was kind of cute-ish. But then he was like, hey, just so you know, I have a collection of dragon dildos. Do you want to see them? And I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. Because like, it kind of weirded me out, but I was like, sure, why not? And then he showed me them, and it's like, oh, okay, those are cool colors and all that. And he's like, I also wear sundresses, and he showed me how that ass looks in a sundress, and I was like, okay. At least he's vulnerable. He seems safe. I appreciate this, and then you move on. And then the important parts. If you're looking for sex, you have to list like some of your kinks and sexual intrigues. Now, don't just go like, hey, my name is Michael from Massachusetts. I like knitting, I like sewing, and I like deep, rough anal sex. You can if you want to, that would be funny. But I say I'd recommend like segueing into it like, hey, and then just so you know, if you're interested, some of my kinks are scat play, piss play, rough blowjobs, I don't know, name some shit. Whatever you're into, I'm not gonna kink shame you right now, but just list it. Girls want to know, so that then we don't have stupid interactions like, oh, okay, this guy's drilling into me during sex, then all of a sudden rips the beanie off my head and shoves it down my throat, and then I throw up on him, and then none of us have a good time. Because you didn't warn me that you were into like rough sex and gagging and whatever shit that was. You have to warn people. I made a video talking in depth. Oh yeah, sorry, this next part It's very important to list your kinks. I already made that fucking video. I'm sure everyone has seen it by now. It has like 28K views about that idiot I was banging who had a massive dick, and like we had trouble getting it in and whatever because we didn't talk enough about like what we were into. Like I should have been like, oh yeah, I really like it when you like kiss my neck. I like it when you like people who kiss all over my face. I should have listed things that turn me on so we can have like efficient foreplay. That was my bad, but we were rushing. And then right as we finally get it in, he tells me, oh yeah, I can't nut unless you like pet my head like a dog and call me puppy. Otherwise I'm guaranteed not to nut. So you can imagine how awkward that hour and a half was. An hour and a half I will never get back. I should have just left. Moving on. So say what you're into. It'll either scare the girl off and you dodge yourself a bullet, or it'll make them go, oh yeah, I'm into that too, and you find your soulmate. Now that we've gotten the sexual element out, like, just now that we've gotten that out the way, let's talk about good times, like your ideal hangout or a good time you want. The reason that this is important to include is that, like, picture that there's a million guys out there doing the bare minimum of their name, age, gender, location, showing a photo, and saying that they like video games and movie theaters. If anything, the reason that it's so hard to find some people on Reddit, like the perfect little coon cave cuddle partner, is because there are so many dudes that like are very non-distinctive from each other. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of you dudes just have the same hobbies. Like whenever dudes like, hi, I like movies and video games, cuddling, and masturbating. It's like, cool, you and every other 200 dudes out there. That's not interesting. So be sure to really spice up your messages and like include some wild shit if you want. Just fuck it. Like, life's too short. Don't be a pussy. But you have to also remind the woman, hey, yes, I want to fuck your throat, but I also would love to like take a nice night walk like around a lake somewhere or have a picnic. We could go out to a bar and have a drink. I would love to like go to your house and like bake some cookies together. Like that shit actually makes me go, ooh, okay, so I can get like some like snickerdoodles and some suckage. That works for me. So you have to also remind them, hey, I don't just see you as like a sexual conquest or someone to take advantage of sexually. I also see you as someone who I want to take advantage of sexually, but also like get high with or like eat the ass of, as well as like get a nice steak with over some dinner. Like you just got to make them feel like, okay, not just like only wanting to reap the benefits, but you're putting the friend and friends with benefits. Good job. And now here's the important part that lots of people forget. I don't know if you can see my fucking list, but I'll just say the next up, hard and soft limits. Like I said, talk to your partners. Like just in the first message as much as you can so that they can read it and be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna screenshot this, save this guy's username and message him, even if I get flooded with tons of messages from fucking deviant perverts who don't know how to talk to women and will never get laid in their fucking life. You have to tell them like, oh hey, my soft limit is like, I don't like getting whacked across the face super hard. I am really against choking. I have bad trauma against like being grabbed by the wrists and pinned down, and you have to respect that. Like just list some things off the top of your head that you like, just even if it's basics, like I don't like piss, I don't like shit, I don't like blood, I don't like knife play, I don't like non-consensual, I don't like DDLG. Just put that as like a quick little one-liner at the end, like the very end of your paragraph, and good job, you did it. That's all you had to do. At least now you're like getting rid of the weird shit king bitches. And I guess I'll skip ahead and add this part because it is important. Add if you can drive or not, because believe it or not, people will like this a lot more. And I'm sorry if this video is also seeming a bit more gendered towards men. I guess I'm just, but you know, if you're a woman watching this video, like, and you, but either way, I feel like it's important to be like, hey, I'm mobile or I can drive. So that way a person can know that if they're sending you like a message at 3 a.m., like, hey, come over, baby, I want you so bad. They know you are not going to be able to come over unless it's like, I don't know, between the hours of like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because that's when the fucking train goes, or when you can get an Uber at a reasonable time, or when you can take the bus. Like, just so that they know. And then, you know, that way I can know which dudes are like the, oh, okay, I have to have them like take a 30-minute bus to come see me and a super long walk versus the dudes who are like, hey, I have a car I can drive on my over in 5 minutes. Like, you know, that also is an important thing. I hate to say it, but it is. And also boundaries. Like, this I wouldn't say you have to put in the very first message, but I'd say it's something you have to bring up to your partner eventually. Like, set some boundaries that are like, hey, so I don't like being called or asked for hookups between the hours of like 11 p.m. to like to noon the next day. Just like some basic shit, like don't come to my house unprovoked, don't call me unprovoked. I prefer to talk during over text. I'd rather not have my family know about you. Personal shit. It is important. And also, don't say that you don't want. Just say like, "Hey, I'm being a bit more discreet because I live with my family." And most people will be like, "Gotcha," and respect that. Most people. And also, like, let them know anything like, "Hey, please don't like talk to any of my friends on social media or follow me." Just, you know, think of some shit that you like a person can do that would give you the ick, and just be like, "Cool." Don't do that shit. It's very easy. And then let's put it all together. Like, let's say, hi, my name is Michael. I'm 21-year-old male. I live in Massachusetts. I'm really interested in knitting, um, League of Legends, World of Warcraft, and Dungeons and Dragons. We can play together sometime. Here's a photo link that shows you how I look like. If you're interested in me, I just want to let you know that my kinks are rope tying, deep throating, blah, blah, blah. My ideal hangout would be like ice cream in the park or a nice stroll. My hard limit is that I do not like getting slapped in the face or drugs. My boundaries, I just prefer that we keep things a bit discreet because I live at home. My aftercare, oh, I almost forgot to mention this. Aftercare is extremely important. I'll say it real quick. Aftercare in a nutshell, just basically you have to list things you want. Like, okay, like let's say you have sex. Are you the type that just leaves instantly? Do you want to be cuddled platonically and just be held for like 5 minutes, 30 minutes, however much you need after sex? Do you need text messages, like just like a checkup message 1 or 2 days after you hook up, so that then you can feel like you weren't used and that you were like, you know, they give a fuck about you. Those are all very important things that I feel like you should incorporate. So you could be like, my aftercare is just cuddling for like 5 minutes before I go home, and then like a text every like just like 1 or 2 days after we hook up, so I can feel good and not like have an emotional breakdown. I'm also mobile and I can drive. I'm drug and disease free. And then you just like go from there and just let them know, and we can plan a day if you want. Very simple shit. Also, feel free to like also add in that you're drug and disease free and that you want the same of your partner, so that they don't, like, I don't know, shoot up heroin in front of you or whatever. Also, I highly recommend getting tested before and after every partner, and even if you like, I'd also recommend getting tested with partners. If I had a dime for every single time I fucked a dude and then afterwards learned he had been to a glory hole in the few months before meeting me and had not been tested, I'd have 20 cents, which isn't a lot, but it's still enough. It's still like, it's weird, it's happened more than once. It doesn't make sense. It makes 20 cents, but it doesn't make comical sense, you know? And then all you have to do from there is check their post history and plan a day. Oh wait, sorry. Check their post history from the fucking beginning before you message them. That way you don't waste your fucking time drafting out an amazing message. I'm sorry to tell you this 15 minutes into a fucking video, but just be glad I told you, okay? I'll list this shit in the comments too. And then afterwards you just cross your fingers and hope that they respond. And if you're like a gentleman or no, hey, I got the sauce, I got the drip, I'm fine as fuck, and they want me, then they'll probably message you back. And even if they don't want you and they think, this guy is the least shitty out of the 200 men, because that is what happened last time. 200 dudes messaged me and only like 2 were cool. So it was like, he's the second guy. And as long as you're like somewhere, like you get a fucking response back, that's still a good thing. And if they reject you, don't take it personally. Either they really didn't like you, and it's okay. Not everyone will. There's a lot of people on this planet. You're fuckable to somebody. Or 2, you're just not their vibe. Or 3, their messages got flooded. Just wait your turn, I guess. And now the best thing you can do is plan your day. Like, just if they message back like, hey, I'm interested, and they send back their stats and everything. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, add in your height and weight to your profile and ask that they send you that back. That way you can know their proportions at least decently. And also a side profile picture back would also be nice. Send one too. That, because there's a huge difference. You can look at someone and be like, oh, okay, they look a bit thick from the front, but then from the side it's like, oh, they're invisible. Now you know their proportions. You know if you're gonna be shorter than them, taller than them. You know if you like, because there's certain positions and things you can do and can't do. If there's like a drastic height and weight difference, those are things you want to know. Plus, honestly, everyone has a type. I'm not gonna judge someone if they're like, oh, I like skinnier girls, or I like thicker girls, or whatever. That's your type. That's chill. Alright, moving on to the last things, and thank you for waiting this long as I go through this whole fucking video with you. I apologize. I would get an editor, but I don't feel like annoying my editor right now. Alright. Now for the final steps. This is shit that you should do if they're about to come to your house, or if you're about to go to theirs. Number 1, hygiene. Scrape your fucking tongue. I'm so tired of meeting men who have like nasty white tongues or like gunk on their tongue. No, it looks disgusting. Scrape that shit off. Like, get one of those tongue scrapers, go as far as you can until you're damn near vomiting, and just make your tongue look pink or red as fuck. Cool. It'll make tongue kissing like 110% easier. Get those little floss picks too. Those are immaculate. I use those all the time. Get in between your teeth. Get whatever like 2-week-old fucking chicken and steak that's left in there. Get it out of there. Best thing you could do, because then a girl's gonna be making out with you, and instead of you being like, oh yeah, this dude tasted like fucking stale fucking chicken fried rice, she's gonna go, this guy is an excellent kisser. He knows how to work a tongue, and he sure did later that night. You want that. Take good care of your face. Like, I know that not every dude has like a fucking 7-step skin routine or whatever. It's fine. A bar of Dove soap, I guess, or just whatever cleanser you use, and then put on lotion. I guarantee. Please stop. Just not putting on lotion. Exfoliate your face if you can, but not every man will. So at the very least, bare minimum, put lotion on your face. It'll fix up whatever like rosacea, like peeling skin shit you got going on, and your skin will glow and glisten and look super fucking cute. Do it. Do it. Next up, make sure you get condoms and lube. Basically, I don't think it's like, well, regardless of gender, but especially if you're a dude, I feel like you should always have that shit on deck. Because imagine going to a girl's house and she's like, did you bring condoms? And then you don't have condoms, and then you just wasted a drive and like shaved your nuts for nothing. Bring condoms. You can get them for free at STD testing centers, or like most health centers if you go, or just steal them if you're broke. Just get condoms and be protected. Please do. And also lube. Never underestimate the importance of lube. I don't care what Superbad fucking taught you, lube is very important. Because sometimes shit happens. Like hell, that time with the Pepe guy, I would have definitely needed that fucking shit. And sometimes saliva doesn't work. What the fuck just fell? Sometimes saliva doesn't work. Sometimes, like, it's just not giving. If you want, you can do what one guy did to me. And he just, like, as I was going down on him, held me down on his throat super long until I made tons of saliva on his dick. And, oh, that was hot as fuck. You could try that, but it's not guaranteed that it's gonna work. Some of y'all are thick. Some of y'all, maybe the girl's just not that into it. Do heavy foreplay. But most importantly, bring lube anyways, because it never hurts to be extra slipping and sliding in that thing. Next up, manscaping. This is important for any fucking gender. You don't have to shave your whole thing to look like a Ken doll or Barbie doll. If anything, I'm very pro, like, people having, like, pubes hairs. If anything, I like to rock the 70s bush myself. Fun fact about me. But main thing is, shave your asshole, or at least around your, like, trim it down. Trim it down. Just trim it down. Do I have to say why? Let's just say some smells do not smell good when they're in the crotch area. And they don't need to be wafting from your balls or your gooch or your asshole. Like, if I'm eating, like, stew or pho in my bedroom, I'm gonna be like, stew and pho, and I'm gonna love it. But in the bedroom, if I'm, like, fucking someone in the bedroom, I'm not gonna want that smell coming from their gooch and their asshole, you know? So take care of yourself down there. What I recommend, like, some ladies do the Cardi B method and they keep, like, a little thing of water and napkins in their purse. Some get the Summer's Eve vibes. Like, you know, those things help for if it's like, oh damn, it's a hot ass day and I'm about to fuck somebody. And then you just do a little spritz with the little deodorant spray, or you use the little wipes. It's okay. Wash yourself in their bathroom sink. Do not use their hand soap, or else they will smell your hand soap on your body parts. But just like a little rinse-through, and then make sure you have, like, no gunk under your, like, foreskin. You're gonna be chill. Like, frankly, as long as you aren't having... Hygiene is important, I'll just say. No girl is going to be really that into you if it's like, oh, cool, I never want him in my bed again because after we got done having sex, a fucking dingleberry came from his ass hair and fell onto my bed. That actually happened once, but it was tissue, so it wasn't that gross, but it was still like, oh, I don't like that. And then another separate dude, he was funky as shit. He kept coming to my house, like, sweaty as fuck back. His ass smelled insane. And then at some point, like, mid-hookup, I had to just be like, yeah, I'm sorry, you smell bad and you need to go. Plus, he was not worth, like, I couldn't keep doing my laundry over that nigga, you know? Move it. But let me go back to the story. So yeah, take care of yourself, or else you're gonna be known as the girl that, I don't know, I mean, you're gonna be known as the person who is so astronomically disgusting and funky that they're being talked about in a YouTube video. Alright, step number 4. Kind of clean your house. It doesn't have to be amazing. Your coom cave can be, like, it could be decent. It doesn't have to be amazing, depending on, like, the standards of the person you're fucking. But what I believe you should do is, 1, spray your sheets with something. Like, if you got, like, a spare cologne you've never fucking used, or Windex or some shit, just spray it around your house. Fuck it. Like, cover up the smells. Some Febreze or whatever. Make your bed. Very important. Make sure that your bed does not have any weird miscellaneous stains on it that makes it look like you shat yourself or came everywhere or something really atrocious. Make sure your bed is nice and neat and ready where you could just, like, body slam a girl or boy into it. Just have it nice and ready. And then also make sure that your floor is walkable. It doesn't have to be immaculate. I'm just saying, does it look like it's been, like, vacuumed recently? Or is your girl going to walk into your house and get, like, random shards of Dorito chips directly, like, jammed in her foot? Because that's going to turn a girl off. So make sure your floor is, like, mostly vacuumed, or, like, at least no specks on it. And it can be, like, just as much clothes as you can get off the floor and just shove it into a corner or under the bed, or best of all, into the hamper, or actually just do your laundry before they come over. Excellent. Exquisite. Good job. Mwah. You are on the set to getting laid and not disgusting women. Plus, honestly, it is good. Like, once you get into the habit, it's hard to stop. Now, every time I'm about to get laid and have someone over, I think, oh yeah, I don't want them to see how much of a pigsty I live in. I don't want them to see my fucking depression bedroom. So I clean my shit up. And then, worst case scenario, if they cancel on me, then it's like, oh, okay, well, at least I won't have to walk over big piles of garbage all day. So get in the habit while you can, and your bed and your dick will thank you. This one's optional. Hide your pets. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna be bad if your cat or dog is around. I'm just saying, do they really want to see you, like, balls deep in someone, like, drilling into them? Do they? I've, like, you know, even me and my current boyfriend, their dog, when we were first, like, getting it in, and me and him didn't meet off of Reddit, by the way. He's nice. Their dog would not stop fucking harassing us. Like, we were banging and the dog kept trying to literally barge into the bedroom, woofing, scratching, pounding on the door with their little dog fist. And then they kept having to shout in mid-sex, Mila, get out! Mila, Mila, get out! Mila, no! God damn it! And that's like, it was funny as fuck, but it was a little embarrassing. So whether or not you want that to happen, you know, and make sure you change their fucking litter box, or just make sure the house does not smell like cat or dog or asshole. Very simple. Which comes to the next part. Light a candle or scent. I know I already just explained like spraying your house down, but even better, if you have like a candle that someone gave you and you've never fucking used, now's like a great chance to light it, or some incense, because honestly, the more you can like set a sensual, sexy scene, just the better. You don't have to. This is optional, but like, it'll give you bonus points. And then these last few steps are basically just the bare minimum basics, and I'm gonna lie down on my funky ass bed because I'm tired. Alright, the last steps. Make sure you have money for Uber or food. I'd say it's just like, you know, it's a nice courtesy thing. Like, imagine you're like done hooking up with a girl and she's like, oh, fuck. Oh, you blew my mind. And then she's like, oh, but my legs are so sore from all the crazy, amazing sex we've been having that I cannot physically take the bus home or walk home. And, like, let's say you don't drive. Then you're going to need to call an Uber. She can call an Uber too, but sometimes ladies are broke. Or like, you know, but I just say this is optional and also like gender neutral. It's better to have money for an Uber to send like your partner home if you can. It's just like nice, but you don't have to. This can also just be like spare money saved for food. Because honestly, the only thing better than like normal dick is getting like Domino's and dicking. Because then it's like, yes, cool, he just nutted in me. I got some cum, and I also got the creamy Alfredo pasta for $5.99 at Domino's. Like, frankly, the only thing to make sex better is if you incorporate food into it. So like, I'm just saying, the spare money can be used efficiently. I'm just saying. And to like you more. I'm just saying. And now the last two steps, and I think they're the last. Yep, I haven't written anything else. Congratulations, you're almost free from my shackles. Respect their aftercare. Cool. Let's imagine that you had sex with someone. It went really nice or really mid. It doesn't matter. Like, as long as it wasn't like sexual assault or whatever, and they respected your aftercare and boundaries, then even if the sex was like mid or aftercare, or nothing to like write home to your mom about or whatever, then, well, regardless, you still have to respect their aftercare. I've had bad sex with dudes, and even then it's like, okay, that was not fun. But I know they like to cuddle, so come on, lay your head down, and then you just like cuddle with them until they feel satiated. You go home, you send a little text, and the text part is the easiest part. And I hate it, because I have had hookups with dudes that could have been, that were like astronomically bad, but got 10 times worse when they couldn't send a text afterwards. Because now it's like, cool, you got me in the crib going crazy, losing my fucking mind, feeling like shit, because you can figure out how to text oh, hey, just wanted to check in how you're doing, send. And then when the girl says her response, you say, oh, that's too bad, I hope you feel better, let me know if you need anything, send. Or, oh, that's great to hear, I'll remember that next time, blah blah blah, send. 2 texts. And if they need it for more than 1 day, cool, that's 4 texts total. If you can't send 4 texts total after you have sex with someone, you shouldn't have been laid in the first place, and I hope she curses you out. But yeah, it goes both ways too. Make sure they respect your aftercare and what you want and your boundaries. That's also equally important. But yeah. And the last and final step, do not be too weird. That just means, like, if you know that the person you just fucked only wants a one night stand, do not hit them up like constantly asking to like meet up again or hang out. If anyway, that's how multiple dudes I've met and had like men like very awful one night stands would have failed, because they couldn't respect, oh yeah, I wasn't good enough to be like a repeat guy, and she doesn't even like me like that, and I'm making it weird. Just be the one night guy, and then just like, you know, you can try your luck and be polite and ask once if she wants to meet up again, or ask her how she feels about something consistent. That's not bad at all. If someone's like, hey, I just want to know, did you want to keep it like a one night thing, or would you like to do this like a little bit more consistently, maybe? Like, and we can figure out what works for you. I will respect that 100 times more than the guy who messages me 100 times, hey, you want to come over? You want to suck this dick? I'm not going to suck your dick, sir. Just, and don't be weird just means, like, if you know their boundaries, don't surpass them. Like, I've had dudes be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna be a one night stand, no feelings involved. Hey, by the way, can I like hold your hand and caress your eyes and kiss your forehead and like just tell you how much I love you? And it's like, don't do that. Don't be weird. Don't do any perverse weird shit. Don't make really fucked up jokes to them unless they're into that. Just keep it cute. And that's all. Congratulations. If you have surpassed all of... Oh, sorry. I almost forgot one fucking step. Make sure they're real. How did I almost forget this one? And check their post history. To check their post history, it's super easy. Click on their account and you'll see what they've posted. That way you can know if someone's an escort, if they're fake, a catfish, or a scammer, just fucking unhinged, and you can figure out if that works for you, or if they're even, like, taken or single or not. Because even on my current profile, I keep having dudes hit me up like, hey, baby, you want to come fuck? And I'll be like, first of all, you did nothing I even requested in my post from, like, 2 years ago. And second of all, I have posted multiple times in my comment section about having a long-term boyfriend, so... And also, I've even posted, I have a boyfriend, stop messaging me on my account. So why are you fucking idiot? And then I call them an idiot and I block them. Don't be that guy. Check their account. Make sure that they are like a real person interacting with people and also not fucking crazy or not taken. And also make sure they're real. If you want to make sure they're real, the best thing I can do is like ask for like a video call or like a quick like voice call on Discord, like even just for like 5 seconds if they've got anxiety about it, or just like reverse image search them on like, you know, google.com, or go on to tinyeye.com and then upload whatever photo you get from them to make sure it's not been posted anywhere else, unless it's like dating sites that all like seem to match up in the line, you know. So yeah, just make sure the person's real. Anyway, congratulations, you survived 31 minutes of conversation with me. That was one-sided, and if you can survive that, you can probably survive like the average date with a man or woman. Good job. God bless. Have a nice night. Have a nice day. All right. Godspeed. Have fun.